I can't even finish reading it. I'm so disgusted. I'm Superfly TNT right now. I got steam coming out of my ears, mushroom cloud laying. I can't even tell you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right? In the 1500s, with the advent and the invention of the printing press, there was in English at that time, there was a kind of calligraphy and handwriting that doesn't exist today, that wouldn't make sense to us if you put a gun to our head and said, read this. But it was popular at that time. And one of the things was the letter we know as Y on the bottom had a little hook. All right? It was pronounced Y, but since it had that hook, because of the printing press, what do people look at it as? A J. Okay? So such words as Yeshua took on Jesus. Okay? The word Jesus doesn't even exist. We're stuck with it because the ball just dropped to ring in the year 2000, a couple of years back. So guess what? We're in the 21st century. We're so far removed, it's not going to happen, removing it. But here's the other thing. The name Yahweh, beginning with a Y, with a little hook on the bottom, all of a sudden began to take on a J in the English pronunciation, and that's where you get Jehovah. The word, there is no J in the Hebrew alphabet. The word Jehovah doesn't even exist. Your dogmatism, your strict insistence on Jehovah's the name of God is based on an educational deficiency on your end. It means you're stupid. It means you're unlearned. It means you don't know what you're talking about. And since you follow a religion that was created by Charles Taze Russell, who didn't know theology, who didn't know philosophy, who didn't know Greek, who didn't know Aramaic, who didn't know Hebrew, who didn't know church history or anything, logic, he knew nothing. He was too stupid to tie his shoes, probably. I've read some of the transcripts of times he was taken to court for his bullcrap. Since you follow a religion like that, then yeah, obviously you're stuck. You have no choice but to defend this name, Jehovah. The name Jehovah doesn't exist. All right, so you can smooch my big old butt. You can put that in your pipe and smoke it. You can run, tell it, whatever cliche you want to use. All right, but you are wrong on the issue. And the only thing worse than a person who's wrong on an issue is a person who is arrogant in their wrongness with their nose in the air like they know something that they don't. You think you're such a bad MF because you're writing me this message on the computer. If you're really a super debater, why don't you show up eyeball to eyeball and exchange ideas with me in this area? Oh, you know why you're not going to do it? Because your headquarters in Brooklyn has me on a list of people whose door you cannot knock on. Because you're going to get theologically dissected in my living room from your own materials. I have more Watchtower and Awake magazines and more primary source books from the early 1900s and even the late 1800s in my library than you even know exist, and you're in it. You would lose. And your headquarters has flown speakers from the headquarters who were speaking in Minnesota, and they would knock on my door and they would get destroyed. I'm now blacklisted. You can't knock on my door. Just like no Nation of Islam adherent can debate me. All right? It's against the rules because you're going to get destroyed, and they don't want to be embarrassed because there's someone out there who knows more about their own stuff than their average person does, who's in it. So you write me this letter like you think you know something, and guess what? You really don't. All right? And I'm sorry to snap, but this is literally like the fourth letter from a Jehovah's Witness that I've gotten this week. Like there's this conspiracy of Jehovah's Witnesses to send me harassing, disgusting stuff, and it's worded in the most condescending and arrogant way, and all of it is based, their attitude, their puffed upness, if you want to call it that, is based on stupidity because they don't know what they're talking about. And I think I've lost my patience with the whole thing. But I'll tell you what, the next Jehovah's Witness that wants to send me a message, wants to give me a call, whatever, if you want to disobey the headquarters in Brooklyn and come on down, I will debate you. All right? If you think you can hang, knock yourself out. All right? If you think Watchtowerism is capable of a rational, evidentiary, logical defense, then let's go. Put up or shut up. All right? But if you send me a cowardly little message like this where you talk trash and disappear, tell you what, I got a free prize for you. Every Jehovah's Witness who sends me a message for the rest of this month, I'm going to send you a free birthday card. I'll send you a free Christmas card. I'll bring a Christmas tree to your house. Oh, now I'm not even going to read another one. I got to take a break. I'm going to have a coronary up in here.